Welcome back to Scientific Vigilance. Today, we are going to discuss the topic of adverse events and adverse reactions. These concepts are crucial in the field of pharmacovigilance. So, let's embark on this educational journey together. Ever wondered what adverse events and adverse drug reactions really mean? According to the European Medicines Agency's Guideline on Good Pharmacovigilance Practices, an adverse event, or AE for short, can be any unexpected sign, disease that emerges during medicinal product use. This includes abnormal lab results too. AEs can have various causes, not just drugs. Importantly, an AE doesn't automatically point the finger at the medicinal product in use. Think about it. Imagine experiencing a headache after taking a new medication. That's an adverse event. But wait, there is more to the story. Enter adverse reactions. An adverse reaction is quite different. It is marked by a suspicion or established connection between the medicinal product and an unintended response. Picture this, if that a new medication not only gave you a headache but also caused severe nausea. That is an adverse reaction. This table explains the key differences between adverse events and adverse reactions in the context of pharmacovigilance. An adverse event is any unfavorable medical occurrence in a patient who has received a therapeutic drug, such as a medication or vaccine. An adverse reaction, on the other hand, specifically refers to a response to a drug that is both unintended and harmful. Event does not necessarily have a proven causal relationship with the administered drug or product, whereas adverse reactions occurs at doses of the drug that are typically used for medical purposes such as prevention, diagnosis, therapy, or modification of physiological functions. Adverse events can include signs, symptoms, or diseases that occur after the use of the drug, even if they may have other causes. Example, the patient's underlying health conditions, other medications, environmental factors. Whereas adverse reactions can be predictable, expected based on the drug's known side effects. Sometimes unpredictable or dose dependent, that is related to the amount of or idiosyncratic, that is unusual and individualized reactions. Adverse events can occur with or without exposure to the drug in question, whereas on the other hand, adverse reaction can occur at therapeutic doses or toxic doses of the drug, that is higher than the recommended doses. In summary, the key distinction is that an adverse event is a broader category that encompasses any unfavorable medical occurrence, whether or not it is directly linked to the drug's use. In contrast, an adverse reaction is specifically refers to harmful and unintended responses directly associated with the use of the drug at therapeutic doses. Adverse reactions are typically the focus of pharmacovigilance efforts because they represent specific safety concerns related to a medication's use. The European Medicines Agency outlines several types of adverse reactions. Type A reactions are the predictable ones. They are dose dependent and closely linked to the drug's properties. Gastrointestinal bleeding with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or that drowsy feeling from antihistamines. Type B reactions, on the other hand, are unpredictable and not dose dependent. These are the mysterious side effects, idiosyncratic reactions, or drug induced liver injury. Type C reactions, well, they are dose dependent too, but related to the cumulative dose or duration of treatment. Examples include osteoporosis from long therapy with corticosteroid, or tardive dyskinesia from extended therapy with antipsychotic medication. Type D reactions are delayed ones. They sneak in after a prolonged period of treatment, such as carcinogenicity or teratogenicity. Lastly, type E reactions are withdrawal reactions. They strike when you stop a drug. Think of a rebound hypertension when discontinuing clonidine, or seizures during benzodiazepine withdrawal. The EMA-GVP guidelines have neatly categorized these adverse reactions into various types, each with its unique characteristics. Understanding them is a crucial step in managing and reporting adverse effectively. Now, how do we figure out if a drug is the culprit behind an adverse event or a reaction? It is all about causality assessment. Causality assessment is the process of determining the level of a causal relationship between a drug or vaccine and an observed adverse event. This assessment usually involves evaluating various factors like the timing, that is, did the adverse event coincide with the drug exposure? That is, if the adverse event occurred few minutes or few hours after the intake of the drug or not. Plausibility. Does it make sense that the drug could be to blame based on the pharmacological properties of the drug? Alternative explanations. Could something else have caused it? It could be a patient's underlying medical conditions. Re-challenge or de-challenge. Does the event reoccur when the drug is reintroduced, or does 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 it resolved when the drug is stopped? And notably, there are established tools available for this purpose, such as the Naranjo algorithm or the World Health Organization's Upasala Monitoring Center's causality assessment system. According to the WHO causality assessment system, the strength of the causal relationship between a drug and an AE or ADR can range from adverse events or untoward medical occurrences in a patient to whom a therapeutic dose is administered and which does not necessarily have a causal relationship with the drug. Whereas adverse drug reactions, on the other hand, are adverse events that are causally related to the use of a drug. Understanding the nuances between adverse events and adverse drug reactions is vital for effectively managing and reporting adverse events in the world of pharmacovigilance. And remember, the assessment of causality is the guiding light in determining whether it is the drug or some other factor at play. And with that, we have wrapped up our discussion on the topic of adverse events and adverse drug reactions. We hope you found this information valuable and insightful. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting content on scientific vigilance. We will catch you in the next video. Stay vigilant.